Hey there. Hey there.
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Awesome. Yes, I had the D&D Beyond.
I am sorry, y'all. I tried to have dinner done and down before 6, but work didn't cooperate. And I have not actually eaten all day, so y'all are going to see me eat my dinner. Ah, you've seen me eat before. All right, I'm just going to take a minute to read this bit that you put into Discord about Wildmount. Say that 10 times fast. That's okay. I need time to read this shit anyway. I usually skip the backstory and I always regret doing it. I haven't figured that out yet. I feel like everybody else did the homework. Veronica? Backstory. I'm a mess. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, that's not good at all.
You know,
Yes, it will.
I'm going to wing it. I'm going to make me a rogue character.
Yeah, the Blood Hunter, from what I've seen, can go in like different areas depending on what organization I get a part of. So I can just be just a pure fighter, or I could have like magical classes, or there's some kind of like, it just depends on. But I don't pick that until level 3.
I just got to figure out a race. I always do like gnome or half elf when I play a rogue, but I thought it might be.
Death to the goblins.
Explorer's Guide to Wildmount. Wildermount. Okay. Mm-hmm. Reading about goblins right quick.
I'm sure you do. We're doing good. Um, we've got like PPP and grants and stuff like that, so we're doing all right. It's kind of slowed down this past week a little bit. Yes. Yes. It's yeah, so we got that going on. Catering's still doing pretty good. Um, we've been getting a lot of hits to our Uber Eats and DoorDash and Grubhub. We even have a thing through Uber Eats where we deliver to like businesses and stuff like that. And they usually, we have one company that's been working with us pretty consistently, like once or twice a week. So that's been a nice little influx of funds there. Yeah. I'm not sure. Definitely getting word of mouth out and stuff like that, which is good. Um, we've actually picked up a couple new stores, which of course they've had to like shut back down because of all this stuff that just happened. So they've been kind of like postponed. We're still gonna be working with them, just a little bit later. Yeah. And of course we're waiting on the schools to see what they're gonna do in the airport. Um, so right now we're just kind of, I mean, it's summertime for us, so it's slow anyway. Um, we were hoping on the airport to help out a bit, but the airport's down right now. So we're just kind of maintaining. So as far as that goes, we're doing okay. Um, money wise, it's tight, but we're doing all right. Yeah, the grants and stuff have been a nice relief, especially for like payroll and like making payroll and everything. Yeah, the grants we don't have to pay back. The PPP we can get forgiven if we use, I believe, 70% of it for payroll. Uh, yeah, yeah. I don't think we got quite that much. Yeah, it's very. I think it's very much dependent on how many people you have working for you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We didn't get a whole lot, but we got enough for like 4 months, I think. So, yeah, yeah, yeah. So we'll see. We've been watching some of the different stuff with the new packages that are being proposed and what they're going to have and everything else. So we'll see what happens with the next round.
How do I tell D&D Beyond that I want to use this source?
Yeah, you should be able to select it.
You want to share your screen with me?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna step away.
Go ahead.
All right, so I've been reading about goblins and I dig it. I would like to be a goblin. So, hang on.
Where'd your screen share go to? Oh, there it is. Okay.
Right?
Yeah, I see it. 1 second. All right, so let's see here.
Cool, let's delete that. I don't want that.
All right.
You with me?
Yeah, give me a second here. So I'm looking at it. So, okay, so you're wanting to do what now? Create a...
Goblin?
Oh, you're in the wrong campaign for one. What is all this?
This is just my character collection.
Yeah, so go back and click on the link I gave you for the campaign. Top
This
link.
one.
The top link, yeah. You should be able to click it. It should open right up. You got a lot.
Default to the wrong browser if I do that.
Okay.
Create, no, not a campaign. Create a character, yeah?
Create unassigned. Yeah, I think so. Let's try that. Confirm.
Is that one right?
Homebrew. Critical Role content. Turn that on. Homebrew. Yep. Playtest content. No. Magic the Gathering. You can turn that off. Eberron content. You can turn that off. Rick and Morty. Turn that off. Partnered content. No idea. Advanced type is milestone. Hit points is fixed unless you want to roll random. Slow show level scaled spells, feats, multiclass, encumbrance, use encumbrance, ignore coin weight. Yeah, for now. Ability score, modifier display, character privacy, public. Okay, hit that little blue arrow up there. Next.
Hey, there it is. Thank you. That's all I needed.
Okay, cool beans.
Right.
Is that it?
Hello.
Oh, hey. Let's stop my screen share. If I can figure out how. Oh, there it is.
Hello, Becky. Oh, Chris, I'm sorry. How you doing?
I'm doing okay. I just woke up from a nap because I had a migraine, but
Oh.
it feels better currently.
I'm sorry to hear that. Okay, so if you'll go to the link that I posted in the chat, that'll take you to the D&D Beyond link is what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And then you want to create a unassigned character. And then...
Even though I already have a character on there?
Did you create one? Let me see. I haven't...
Pandora.
Oh, that's you. Okay, great. So you're in there. Good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and import these characters, the ones y'all have created so far. Where is the... Okay, so here's Matthews. So I'm going to go character, add. Character's name is Nick N-I-Q. Create actor. Okay. And then let's go back here. This is Nick. Let's see how this works out now. URL. D&D Beyond, profile, username, character, and ID. Okay. Copy. Close here. Boom. All right, Nick's imported. Close. Great. Now let's go here. We're going to add another character, and this will be, I think, Pandora, right? Pandora's box. No. Not what I wanted. Back. Alt, click the B, Control A, copy, close, minimize, B. Okay, and close. So now, Chris, if you click on and also Matthew, if you click on the link that I provided in the Discord for the Foundry VTT, is that what I called it? I hope so. Game server link.
Game server.
Yeah. If you click on that, then you'll see like in the player selection list. How are y'all doing?
I'm in.
Okay, so just to warn you ahead of time, it doesn't always get the imports right. Just be aware of that. Now, give me a second here while I ponder some stuff here. Okay, so what I want y'all to do now, next, and I guess I should have posted that in the chat. Let me pull this up real quick. VTT assets.
Oh, maybe I want to be a tabaxi. Nope, I'm going goblin. Make a decision, stay with it.
I had a brief debate between the tabaxi or the bird people.
Okay, so what we have
The
here,
cat was pretty.
if you open up your character, for example, Nick in IQ, you can see you have, right now, you should see pop out when you open it up at the top title bar of your character. Pop out, sheet, prototype, token, and close. I think that's what you'll see. I'm not sure you'll see prototype, but if you click on the sheet in the title bar of your character, there's default, D&D 5e actor sheet, 5e character dark. There's another one in D&D Beyond. The D&D Beyond one is what resembles the D&D Beyond character sheet, if you want to use that.
Do we need an access key?
Do you need what?
An access key.
No, I did not assign one to y'all this time.
All right.
Now, if y'all want, instead of using these characters, you can use Beyond 20 character sheet integration. Some people do that, some don't. You want to play around with it, I can give you the URL to put the extension into Chrome or Chromium Edge if you prefer. And you can try it, which basically what that means is you won't use this character sheet, but instead you'll open up your D&D Beyond character. Most people play it on a second monitor, and then you can just click on different things of your character sheet. Do you want to try that? You can always turn it off if you don't want it.
Yeah, how do I turn that on?
Okay, so let me go here real quick. Beyond 20. 1 second. I'm going to post this in the chat, and just so we can practice it. In the Foundry VTT, the Foundry tabletop, in the chat, I'm going to post a link. Did y'all see that? It says Game Master.
Yes.
So if you click that,
That's two people, that's good.
and what you'll see is that will appear in your It will actually appear in your, although I'm not seeing, what is this? Display on another screen. I don't know what all that is. Extensions beyond 20. You should see that in your Chrome next to your address bar. It's like a little red with a big B on it. So you have to have your D&D Beyond character sheet loaded, for example, and then you click on that big red B, the extension, and it will open up, and you'll see like add quick rolls, use D&D Beyond's digital dice, force critical hits, useful for melee attacks against paralyzed enemies, things of that sort. And of course, more options. Just all you need to do is add quick roll areas is all you need to have enabled. And when you have that, then you want to refresh your character sheet. So let me go to the game real quick and make sure I have the Beyond 20 extension enabled. Manage modules. Beyond 20 companion module. So it's going to reload the application real quick. Okay. Now you'll see like, so Pandora, you'll see like a Beyond 20 next to your character name to the right hand side. Do you see that?
Yes.
If you click that, again, of course that stuff comes up again. You can see your options. You can close that little window out. To roll something, for example, let's say you want to roll strength. You see, if you put your mouse over the strength, the STR, or the number, I'm sorry, you'll see a Beyond 20 up here. If you click the B, I can get it to do it here. You should be able to get it to roll into my game. Is it not? Beyond 20 digital dice, force criticals, more options. Let me check something real quick. Whisper, standard.
Okay.
Should be a... I didn't see it appear in chat though, so let me check something real quick.
I'm never good at figuring out what faith my character is. Just gonna skip that.
I actually rolled for these, and I kind of wish I had gone with the standard because
Oh, you
I'm
should.
real dumb on
You should.
intelligence.
You really should. Yeah, y'all should be using the point buy process for your characters, and not rolling. Why is this thing not? Let me check some settings here. Manage modules, configuration settings, module settings, virtual tabletop, asset player, tip tokenizer, Beyond 20 companion. On Chrome, Beyond 20 extension doesn't load automatically. This module can show notification and remind you. Okay, nothing new there. That's all correct. If I go initiative, it is not rolling in chat. Now, why is that? There it goes. Who's that, Nick?
Yeah, it's Nick.
So what you got yours to work, Chris? Are you able to roll like your initiative and get yours to roll? Is that from your character sheet, or is that from the roll 20 Foundry?
That's from the Foundry.
Can't get Chris's character to roll here beyond for some weird reason. I should be able to click. Let me check something here real quick. Oh, I know what it is. I need to have Foundry opened up. So if I go invitation links and I go local internet, And I click here, paste, click. Join as GM Web. All right. Okay, so Chris and Matthew, you have the Wildmount Foundry Chrome tab open on your
Yes.
computer. So
Yes.
so on that tab, you need to go to your extensions. Click on the Beyond 20 extension. It should make some motions. And then you should be able to go back to your character sheet now and actually roll stats. I just rolled one for Pandora, for example. So after you on your Foundry on the Foundry screen, once you click that Roll 20 integration button, the Beyond 20 integration extension, then you should go back to your character sheet and you should be able to click on your character sheet stats and stuff to get it to roll. Try that out. Once you get past this little bit, it's pretty easy. And if you want to, you can share your screen. I can walk you through it.
Okay, did mine show up? It says virtual tabletop not found.
That's a good start.
Okay, so you're on the Wildmount tab, right? On your browser?
You mean getting to my character sheet by...
No, you don't need to get to your character sheet in Foundry. You just need this is an option for you to try. So we're going to try this real quick just so I can show you. So you're on Wildmount tab called Foundry Virtual Tabletop, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now on this tab, while you're still in here, go to your extensions and click the Beyond 20 extension. A little white window should open up, and you'll see Add Quick Roll Areas and so forth. Once that appears, then just click off in the gray area of the Foundry desktop. Then it should go away. Are we all there at this point? Now go back to your character sheet in Beyond 20. D&D Beyond. And then you, like where the word initiative is on your character sheet, just click on the +4 or something like that. Or your strength. And there you go. It rolled. Nick, you want to try that? Matthew?
Trying it now.
There you go. So now you're rolling directly from your character sheet. See how that worked?
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just be aware, though, that that doesn't give you like other options that you might want. So, for example, let's go back to a Foundry real quick. And let's open up your character. So I'm going to open up Matthew's character this time. Now we're not...
Is my character shown in there yet?
Not yet, no. Give me a second.
Okay.
So, Nick, for example, let's go to your features and Beyond 20. I'm sorry. In Foundry, go to your character. I'm going to go to the features area of your character.
How do I access my character sheet from Foundry?
Okay, so let me see here. Zoom. Can I share my screen? Somewhere in here. More. Live polls. Okay, so in Foundry, on the upper right-hand corner of the Foundry interface, you're going to see what looks like a chat bubble, and then a fist, then a wavy like map, and then you see 3 heads kind of stacked together. Do you all see that little icon?
Yes.
Okay, so if you point to it, it says Actors Directory. If you click on Actors Directory, you'll see a pinkish folder that says Player Characters. If you click on that, it'll expand it, and you'll see your characters.
Not seeing that.
I don't see a folder.
Okay, so let me go Matthew, and I need to configure permissions. All players are observers. Nick is the owner. Save defaults. And then I'll go
Okay.
Pandora, configure permissions, all players observer. Pandora is the owner. All right. So you may have to refresh or change to one tab and come back to this tab. If you don't, just reload your browser for the page, but it should
I'm good.
be. All right. So Nick, we're going to click on your character. And then under attributes, inventory, and features. You see the words features?
Yes.
You'll have class levels, Blood Hunter, active abilities, Blood Hunter, whatever that, and all this other stuff is. Skills, feats, hit points, grappler. So I don't see like an attack here. If we go to inventory. So under your inventory, you'll see that, like a little graphic under weapons called dagger. You see a little sword. If you hover over the sword, it's like a D20 up here. If you click on that, and I'll do it real quick, then you click back on the chat bubble, you'll see it'll say Nick, Matthew, dagger, attack, and then another word, damage. You see that in the chat?
Yes.
So click on attack. When the little modal will pop up and it will say modifier, proficiency, and bonus. So the modifier is like your attack modifier. So your strength, I think, was what, a +3. So it'll be a +3. Proficiency, your proficiency, you get a +2. And a bonus is if the weapon's a magical or something like that. Then you'll see situational bonuses. So if, like I say, oh, you are... they're attacking you from cover, so you'll put like and I'll say it's a -2. You put a -2 in here, or I say you have a temporary magical bonus of +1. You type +1 in here, or I'll say, oh, there's more. You get an extra additional 1d4 because the bard
Inspiration.
had the bard cast. I forget what that spell is, but so you'll add +1d4. It's a random 1d4, right? Then you have role mode, which is public, private GM role, blind GM role, and self role. Public is everybody. Private GM role is you roll it, you and I can see it, but nobody else. Blind is I can only see it, but you know you rolled. And that is for like, when I say make a stealth check, and you don't need to know what your stealth check is, but I need to know what it is, right? And that's what the blind role does. And then self, of course, is just for yourself. Then you have advantage, normal, and disadvantage. So for right now, let's go ahead and click on normal.
Lauren, can I interrupt you for just a sec?
Yes.
Can you add my character so I can join in as well?
Sure thing. And
I'm Blix.
Okay, 1 second. I guess I need to get Becky in here too, right? Are you ready, Becky? Becky?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So I see Krazit. Who is that?
Me.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't take my character name. Hang on. I can change my name, damn it.
And then Blix. So we'll go ahead and do Blix while you're doing that.
Are you able to see
No, I
Blix?
just let you know I am streaming to Discord, just so you know. Not that it matters.
Oh, yeah, I did change my name. Okay, good.
Just letting you know, though. All right. So actors.
I'm just cool with that.
Create actor, and this is oops. Wait, what's your character's name? It is Blix Bronzenfoot. Okay. Blix
Bronzefoot.
Bronzefoot. That's a character. Click to be. Click that. Click it and close, and then Alt B. Control A and copy. Now, the thing to note is that the import doesn't always get everything right, so you need to go through your stuff and make sure. All right, Blix, I see your import's done, but it didn't get a image for you. It's kind of weird.
I'm not seeing it on the select player screen.
Yeah, you gotta give me a second here, and then
Oh, sorry.
close. Huh. It didn't bring across your image for your character. Don't know why.
I don't think I put an image in. Sorry.
Okay, that's fine. So all players are observer, and Elizabeth is the owner. Save. All right, I need to create a new character, and I go back here and go back, and then Krazit is your character's name, Becky, or Kazatiza Razion, however you say that.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right.
Pronounce it as you can, people. I made it hard on purpose. No, it's not an auto name. The character's autoed right now until we figure out who's doing what. I just need to fill something in because I don't know what the other characters are picking.
So please remember you're using point buy to create your character. So Chris, you may want to adjust yours.
I did on Beyond D&D, so if you could refresh,
I sure
it didn't
will.
automatically pull.
No, it won't. So give me 1 minute here, and I will.
I finally got a picture in on mine, but I'm not really worried.
Mine auto picked. I was like, whatever.
All right. So, boom, and then close. All right, and then let me assign that. Configure permissions. All are observers. And then Becky is the owner. Save changes. And I don't see Veronica coming online. Well, Becky, I see you twice. Oh, it's okay. I keep getting your two images mixed confused. All right. All right. And then you said, Chris, you made adjustments. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And that was Pandora. Control A, copy, close, boom, paste. All right, check your character now and see if it updated. Anybody else change your characters that I need to be aware of?
No.
Elizabeth? No? Okay.
Means refreshing. Oh, site can't be reached. Let's try to reload that.
Sounds good. I'm in.
I'm sorry, give me just a sec. It says my internet's unstable.
Woohoo!
All right, can you do one more refresh on mine?
Yeah, give me 1 second here.
Is it possible to add Veronica to the group chat on Facebook so that she's aware of the Discord channel and everything?
She's in the Facebook group, as far as I know, right?
I thought she was, but I mean, just send her the link to the Zoom.
Who's
She is not on the messenger group.
All right.
Elizabeth?
All right, Elizabeth, can you text her the info? We lost Elizabeth. All right, let's go. Who else needed refreshing?
I'll add a picture later.
All right, Blix, you've been updated. Chris, you said you need to be updated, right? Hang on a second.
Yes.
Copy. Let's see if that works. Try now on the Foundry. Who's playing the wizard here? Is that you, Chris, or no? This is
That
somebody.
just rolled.
No, somebody else's character. Krazit. That's Becky.
Yeah, Chris is playing a paladin.
Did you play? You changed to a paladin, Chris?
No,
So-
that's what I always was.
Okay, so if you're playing a
Yeah.
wizard, You got to make sure you understand how wizards are played. It's very, very critical.
I will.
Okay.
I seem to be doing a lot of casting characters lately, except for that bard, because Matthew hooked me up.
Just make sure you understand how wizards are played. It's very, very important. All right.
I usually play wizards. I played a warlock just for a change.
Okay. All right. And are y'all messaging Veronica? Where'd Elizabeth go?
She said she lost connection.
All right. So let me send this info to Veronica just directly.
Yeah, she did add Veronica to the D&D Facebook message group.
Okay. I'll send her an SMS also. This is why I wanted to do this tonight and just kind of get all this technical crap out of the way. And then I can, once we get everybody on, then I'll teach the UI. Let me see here.
Question.
Thank you.
Question: are we going to be able to dual class later?
Multi-class, you mean?
Yeah, multi-class. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm not prohibiting that.
Okay.
Elizabeth says she's rebooting. Is this still going on?
The last one. Like, it's just getting worse. Every minute, it just keeps sucking more.
Hi, Macy.
Hi.
August, say hi to Macy.
She said hi.
August, say hi to Macy.
Hi. Yeah. Watching a show, y'all. See it?
They can't see me. Mommy's eating, so she's trying hard not to be rude. Sorry, dude.
Yeah. Can they see me?
No,
Why can't they see us?
I have the camera off. You got-
I just muted everybody temporarily while we wait for Elizabeth and for Veronica. Although I have not heard back from Veronica yet, so. So Matthew and folks who are already in, but if you open your characters, there's Elizabeth rejoining.
My Macintosh is having problems, so I'm going to try to do this from my laptop.
That's a bummer. Yeah, I noticed that Ed was having problems with his Mac yesterday also. I wonder if there's something going with a bad patch. Interesting. Well, I haven't heard back from Veronica, so she may not be on. She's a very busy bird, though. All right. Let me know when you're ready, Elizabeth.
It's trying to open the Foundry link.
Mm-hmm. And just so you know, Becky and Chris, I did mute everybody. I think y'all, Matthew, Chris, and Becky are muted right now. Apparently Matthew's really happy. He's got a big old smile on his face there.
I'm just messing with Macy.
Tell her I said hello.
I should just want to say
Wait,
Hi,
turn it
Macy.
this way.
Hi.
How
How you
are
doing?
you guys doing?
Nerding out, doing our nerd thing.
Yay! Well, y'all have fun. I'm going back to my shows.
All right. It's good seeing
Bye.
you. Bye.
Good to see you guys too.
All right, my laptop won't access Foundry, so
It
don't.
should be able to.
It should. It's actually my work laptop, so.
Oh, they may have a block on it. So try.
My Mac is rebooted. I'm gonna try that.
Can you go to okay? Are you using Chrome or Safari in Mac?
Chrome.
Right.
So we have like 4 or 5 different chats we can use. It's kind of crazy.
I'm still not.
I'm not going to be using the Facebook chat going forward. It's just going to be Discord.
I still don't have a player listed on the join game session screen.
Really? Let me see here. Give me 1 second. While I sort through that. Players, configure players. Okay. Elizabeth, what is your character's name again?
Blix Bronzefoot.
Alright, let me change that as a player's name. Alright, so refresh your browser and you should see yourself in the list if you got the right URL sent.
Veronica's just now messaging.
Elizabeth, did you see yourself in the player list? You're muted.
Yeah, I'm in.
Okay. I can see you cussing like a sailor back there.
It's been that kind of day.
So is Veronica joining or is she... Do we know? Guess we'll wait and see. Yeah, just so you know, Becky, I do not use the Zoom chat.
Fine.
If you're going to chat, use either Discord, but not really for in-game chatting. Any in-game chatting needs to happen in the Foundry UI.
Gotcha.
Alright. Yeah, 2 of my friends have lost their jobs. I think I was saying earlier. Due to COVID. Kind of sucks.
Yep. I have a lot of friends who were laid off way before COVID and been looking for jobs ever since because apparently a lot of people did layoffs in January.
Oh, yeah.
Mom,
Oh, yeah. Do you have a headphone set, by the way, Becky? With a microphone boom on it?
Yeah, I can hook that up.
Yeah, that would help with that kind of stuff. Is Veronica going to join tonight? I don't see her saying she is going to make it or not. So, as I was saying earlier, the import from VCT assets, while it's good, it sometimes does some weird things. So just be aware of that. And that's why I was showing y'all that the Beyond 20 integration, because some people will use that instead. Now, there's a way in Beyond 20 to roll advantage and stuff. I don't use it, so I don't know. So you'll have to read that if you want to use your character sheet in Beyond 20 to roll your stuff specifically. Otherwise, you can use the Foundry VTT to character sheet to do things. But you may need to click the little wrench icon and edit stuff. And again, that's complicated, but it's a little learning curve, but you can figure it out. It's not too bad. Most of y'all are brainiacs enough to figure that out. And then work you out with it, help you with it. We are online now.
We're gonna be on till like 9 o'clock tonight, right?
I'm driving in my car and Leander gonna go look at a make ready. I won't even be home for at least another 4.
Okay, so we're gonna move on without Veronica. She's doing a make ready real estate thing. Not a big deal. All right, so I was teaching. So let me see here. Let me change my view. Bring this around here, and somewhere this crazy thing is share screen, and I want to share the screen and share. Okay. Are y'all able to see my screen now in Zoom? Okay, so for example, I'm going to go ahead and open up Blix Bronzefoot. Although I like the name Brazenfoot. All right, so I've gone to the head up here with a little actors directory, players expanded. So some of you are not in that. Let me put you in there real quick. Keep things organized. And then I have your characters here. If you don't see that, let me know, and I will adjust your permissions. Attributes. To do an attribute roll, I'm going to click on the, I think I can do, yeah. I'm I'm going to click on the little chat box, upper right-hand corner of the UI. I'm flashing it now with a little ring. So in attributes, I'm going to click on strength. And you'll see it'll prompt me. It'll say, what do you want to do? An ability check or a saving throw? So for Blix, I say I want you to make an ability check. You click ability check, and then it says, hey, do you have an advantage on this? Are you playing normal or disadvantage? And I say, well, you have advantage, and you have a plus 1d6 random number to add to it, right? So I'm going to hit advantage. Now when this rolls, what it's going to do, it's going to take your plus 2 from your strength bonus, and if you are proficient in things of that sort, but you're not. So it's this mod and your bonus, right? So I'm going to hit roll advantage, and then you'll see in the chat box, it says Blix Bronzefoot, strength ability check, advantage. And it rolled 2d20, keep highest, plus 2, plus 1d6. So that means it rolled 2d20s, it keeps the highest, KH means keep highest, plus 2, which is your strength bonus, and then 1d6. If I click on those items, it'll break it out for me and show me I rolled a 6 and a 19, keeps the 19 because I had advantage, and then I rolled a 3, and it gives me a total of 24. Okay? Does that make sense, everybody? Did we lose somebody? No, okay. Okay, so that's how that works out, right? Now, if I tell you, okay, I want you to make an attack. So there's things you can do. So I'm going to go to your character sheet, Elizabeth, right here. And I'm going to go to dagger. And I'm going to scroll over to where I see a little piece of paper and pencil. If I click on the edit, it gets really complicated here. But you'll see it's a finesse, light, thrown, melee attack weapon. Here's your description right here. It's a simple weapon, common, that's the source. Don't worry about that. Details. Now, when this opens up, I even haven't learned all of this yet, so don't feel bad about it. 1, you're proficient, so that's checked. I want to equip this item. It doesn't need to be identified or attuned, but that's fine. Just leave it identified, it's fine. These are the options of that item. Weapon usage, activation cost is 1 action, because you have, what's the action economy of D&D 5e, right? You have a move, you have an action, and a bonus action. And then, of course, you may get a reaction also. And those are all listed right here, the types you get, right? You don't need to change it. I'm just kind of going through it with you. Don't need to worry about target, but so a dagger can be thrown 20 or 60. Nothing else is really important here. Now, you'll see here action type, melee action type. Ability modifier. You may need to change this for your character class, especially if it has some specialized rules that allow you to use dexterity or strength. So just be aware of that. Attack roll bonus. So, if this weapon is a +1 to hit, +1 to damage, you would add the +1 right here as an example. Okay? And then you have 1d4 plus ampersand mod. That's your dexterity modifier. And then I could also put a +1 in here. Versatile damage. You can add in additional damage, like 1d4 if it's a versatile. Other damage formulas and things you can add here if you want. And that's it. That's really all you need to do here. Just kind of showing that to y'all, so you know how to explore that. I'm going to close that out. I'm going to go back to your dagger, okay? Now I'm going to click the little die. So you'll notice I'll move my mouse over the die, over the little graphic that looks like a sword, and you'll see a dice that appears, right? If I click that, you'll see it shows up Blix Bronzefoot Elizabeth. It has attack and damage, the same process, right? So I'm going to say, okay, you're attacking an enemy. If you click the attack button, this comes up. This is your formula. It tells you your modifier. So in your attributes, your modifier for you, this is going to be dexterity based. So it should be what? +3. Then you're proficient. Yes, you are. So you get a +2 in it. And then any bonuses that you have. Well, it's not a magical weapon, so no bonuses. No situational bonuses. And I tell you, make it a public roll, right? And you have a normal attack. So if you hit normal, you roll a 17. And again, you can click on the actual formula right here that I'm pointing to. And explode it for you and show that you rolled a 12 plus 3 plus 2, right?
Can I interject?
Go ahead.
I just want to say that it's really important to know what those options are that you're pointing out, but don't panic because most of the attacks are just you click it and you click normal. There's
Okay.
You would tell us if there's something that we need to change, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So now damage, and that's usually where it gets tricky, right? So now I say, okay, Elizabeth, you hit. Great. So you come back up in the chat and you find where you hit, where you rolled, and you're going to hit damage. And in here I say, you had a +1 extra damage like that, and you can put that in the situational modifier. But you rolled normal, so we're just going to go ahead and roll normal. So it's 1d4 plus your modifier here and your bonus, right? So I roll it, you roll a 7. So you'll see here it's 1d4 plus 3. Where does that plus 3 come from? That is from your dexterity over here. Alright? And that's how you got that damage. And you'll see it's a 7. And that's how much damage you did to the enemy. And then I will apply it to the enemy. Okay? What else? I don't think you have spells, do you? No. Features. So, sneak attack. So, this is complicated, right? So, sneak attack, you'll see here, applies, if you're playing a rogue, you're going to have to add this in as another attack for your character. That's the other formula. Right? So, sneak attack adds a 1d6. So, we'll go back to your dagger real quick.
So then I could add that as versatile.
You could, or you come down here and you'll see other formula, right? So we know this weapon does what? It's 1d4 at mod. So let me do this here. Other formula, 1d4 at mod plus 1d6, okay? And I'm going to click off and then close this out. Now watch this. I'm going to do an attack with that dagger I just edited. See the other formula? So I'm going to do my attack, normal, you hit, then I do other formula, and I rolled an 8. And what that does for you, it shows you rolled a 1d4, and then the d6 is a 1 plus your 3. So your other formula is your sneak attack example. Or you could also, to keep it easier, you could create another dagger with a dash SA at the end of it that includes it in the regular formula. These are just things you can do. You don't have to do this. This is for you to know, okay? Any questions on that so far? And I'll walk you through any of these questions that you may have.
Do you find this module easier to use compared to the one that we were testing earlier?
You mean Beyond 21 integration?
Yeah, the one you and I were testing before you found this one.
I don't know what you're referring to.
Oh, remember? No, never mind.
Okay, so that's this tool here, all right, and that allows you to integrate in that. Also, just to show you here, so Blix, I'm gonna go up here to the top of your character sheet where it says sheet, right up here. I'm gonna click that just to show you this. I'm going to select the Beyond D&D Beyond character sheet, close it, and close this out. And I think when I come back into it now and click on Blix, it didn't do it. Why did it change it? Oh, yeah, you got to go here and do it. Sorry. And then save configuration. There we go. This looks more like the D&D Beyond character sheet, as you can see. It has a few issues, though, just to be aware. It's not really adaptive as far as how it changes its size. So it will take your character whole screen up, but notice this. You can click pop out. Oh, I have to do it in a browser. 1 second here. So I have a browser open here. So I'm going to go here real quick. Characters. I'm going to open up Blix. Here's your character. I'm going to hit pop out. It will now open up Blix in a blank screen here. What's it doing? There it goes. So here's your character as a pop out, and what I can do is I can drag, and now this becomes a floating window, and I can move it to my second monitor and free up that. And you can do it with any of the character sheets, if that makes sense to y'all. Y'all understand what I just did? Alright. And then you can just play that character that way. Go away, screen sharing thingamajiggy. Don't care about you. Alright, and then here it's the same thing, right? If I say make a deception check, you're going to click the word deception. This comes up. And I say, hey, you get a +2 because somebody is assisting you, right? So I just type in +2 right here. And I hit normal. And I go to chat. And you'll see here, I rolled a 1, technically. So I got a 1 +2. Why? Because you'll see here that I'm proficient in that. So it gives me a +2. And I told you as a DM, you had a +2 situational modifier. You got a +2 there. That make sense to everybody? Alright. I'm going to go back to the regular sheet for now. Just so default and yeah. And then close. I didn't save it. I keep doing that. Default save sheet. Alright. So notice here, you have resources. So be aware of your resources. If you have different types of resources like ammunitions, potions, things of that sort, you can put it here if you want and how many you have. Yeah, and you can also just do regular resources in your inventory if you wanted. You could put it here and consume it that way. Gold, things of that sort. When you're leveling your character, I do recommend you do it in D&D Beyond and let me know. And then what I will do with your character, you might be able to do it yourself too. If I hold down my Alt key on my keyboard and I click this B right here, a JSON opens up and I'll select Control A and copy it. And then I'll come back to your character, whoever that was. I think it was Blix. Then I'll just regularly click on the B and this pops up and I can paste that text here. And then it will update for you. But just be aware of this. If you do that, any customizations you've made will get wiped. So some people will just come in and just type all the changes in manually, and they don't do that. You'll also see you have different Fury of the Small. I'm not sure what that is. That's one of your racial things. Yeah, it is. And then down here, languages you know, immunities. You can add those by hitting the edit button, put them in, and things of that sort. So it's all right here for you. You can hit deception like that. And again, roll that one. What else here? Inventory. If you click on dagger, this pops up, and you can just read your description about it if you want. You can also drop it in here, click on the word dagger, and it'll expand it and give you a description here. That comes very handy if you have spells. Alright. Armor class is right here. Health, that's where you're taking damage and things of that sort. Where is the death save? It's in here somewhere. Yeah, here it is. Death saves, right? So you make a death save roll. You click on death save, and you roll. You made a 10. You succeeded, right? So you had one successful death save. See the little check mark right there? I'm going to click it again. Roll. Roll a 6. Now you had to fail. And to reset that, normally you would just do what? You take a short rest. And it's on here somewhere. I don't normally do this as a DM. Where is it? Where is it? Elizabeth, you know where the short rest button is?
I do. It's just to the right of the health. Go to the character picture and go to the right below the
short rest and long rest. So if I take a short rest, let's see what. Let's say you took. You're down to 1 hit point too, right? So if I take a short rest, you're a level 1 character, so you only have 1 D8 available. You can roll it. Is it a new day? That'd be like a long rest, I guess, or resets that, right? And so I roll. Normal. Took a short rest. You healed 8 hit points. Notice this up here went back to 9 because you already had 1. And you're cleared. I guess you got to do this manually, or does that do it on a long rest? Let's try a long rest and see what that does. Rest. It didn't do it. So you got to manually put these back to 0. And the reason why, I guess, is because death saves, those are cumulative for the day until you long rest. Most people forget that fact. All right. There's your dark vision range, 60 feet. Things of that sort. Any questions on that? All right. let's take a quick 5-minute break. Get your cigarettes, whatever. I'm gonna drop a map on the screen for us, and we're gonna simulate a combat. Okay? So take a quick break while I get a little fake combat together real quick. Hush, Duchess, loud dog. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright, let's see here now. Duh. D&D items, monster features, spells. Where is it? Yeah, there we go. Wow, I forgot the name of the creatures. Let me go do a search here real quick. Are we all back yet?
Yep.
We have one more waiting for. Where's the goblin shaman? There it is. Alright. Boom. Okay. Close. And then we go mage. Alright. Alright, we're all back. Are you able to see my screen right now? So what you're seeing is what I see as the game master, right? So I've dropped some NPCs on this map for y'all to kind of fight with. So I'm going to go ahead and drop your characters on here real quick. Just so you know, I'm going to click your character real quick. You can see this is what your portraits look like. I can change those later if you want. For example, I can make that larger or smaller. I can change your image, drag it around, however. So I have full ability to edit those. But for now, I'm just going to go ahead and drag and drop your characters onto the battle map. That's a tool I'm using that's doing that, by the way. That creates the auto token for you. Alright. That is one ugly goblin.
I was just thinking how adorable I am.
You're something. Alright. And Blix does not have a wizard, right? So let's come here. What race are you? Becky? You're muted.
Yeah, I am. Hold on one second. I have to get back to the page because I'm on full screen so I can watch what you're doing. Remember, I only got one screen right now.
Alright.
Oh, I'll hook up the other screen at some point in time to do this to the laptop.
That's okay. I got an icon for you for now.
Sweet.
No worries.
Yeah. I am actually a. God damn it. Features.
Sonya, Matt, can you put that in some of this into a small bowl, please? All right, so I got all 4 of you here, as you can
What?
see,
Oh, yeah.
on the map. Are you able to see your characters? Let me make sure it's active here. Activate.
Yeah.
Are you able to see the map?
Yes.
I'm seeing it on your screen share. I'm not seeing it on my browser.
What do you see on your browser? You want to? I can
Black
stop.
screen.
Huh?
Just a black screen.
A black screen?
Mm-hmm.
I know what the problem is. Give me a second.
Your hair looks stunning, by the way.
Huh?
Thank you.
Your hair looks stunning.
Yeah, that's cute.
All right, so let's see here. So what that is, I made a mistake when I put those characters in here. I need to go back. Thank you, Malin. So I'm going to open up your character. I'm going to go to Prototype, Vision. You have Vision, you have Bright. Dim Vision is 30. I presume Bright's that. I'm going to update token.
Hey, I can see the map.
Yep. So I'm going to do it for each of you. Can you all see the map now?
I can.
Nope. What am I needing to do again?
I don't know.
1 second, Becky. I got it for you.
I don't know.
So I've updated all your tokens. I'm going to delete them off the map, and I'm going to put them back on the map. Matthew, you're on the map. Are you able to see anything? Okay. Pandora, you're on the map. Are you able to see anything? Yes? Okay. And then I'm going to do Blix. You're on the map. Are you able to see? Okay. Kazats. You're on the map. Are you able to see anything? Click on your token if you have to.
I am clicking on the token. I'm not seeing a thing. Let me try to get out and get back in. But not Zoom, but get back into the actual
Do you want to
campaign.
share your screen with me?
Yeah, hold on 1 second. I just got out of the campaign. Hold, please.
What do y'all think of Miss Lady Bones? Mrs. Bones.
Mrs. Bones? Oh, nice. Okay, back to what I was doing. Maybe get out. Really need to save some links. Let me go back to history. Score.
Becky, are you able to see now?
Yes.
Okay. Good. So I'm going to share my screen again real quick. Where is that option? I tell you, Zoom makes it hard sometimes. Alright, so I'm sharing my screen again. You should be able to see it. Alright, so you can see your characters are right here. When you click on your character, it will show your line of sight, your vision, and everything that you can't see through will be slightly grayed out or darked out, right? I'm going to go into the light bulb real quick, and I'm going to clear out all the pathing, and we'll reload here real quick. So this will clear out what you can and can't see. So I'm going to click on, who is this? Blix, the goblin? Yeah, Blix. If I click on Blix, you can see what Blix can see here. And I can move around. Also, if you mouse over your character, your token, you'll see it tells you your health, your armor class, things of that sort. Do you all see that on y'all screens? So Elizabeth does. Matthew, do you see it? Chris, you don't?
No, I do not.
No, though you cannot have any popcorn. I love you, puppy.
I do.
But no. You do not? Chris, let me see here. You are the owner. Can you share your screen with me? Let me stop sharing my screen. Can you share your screen, Chris, so I can see what you're seeing?
Yeah, give me a sec.
It's going to take her a minute to close out all the porn tabs.
That's understandable.
Work tabs. So see, I mouse over, nothing happens. I can move.
Huh. And what browser are you using?
Chrome.
And you're using a PC, right?
Yes.
That's very weird. All right, go ahead and kill your screen share real quick. Reload your browser real quick. Just refresh your tab. Did that make a difference?
Nope. Still the same.
Do we need it?
No, for now she doesn't, but I would like to know why she can't see that.
I also haven't restarted this computer in a while.
That shouldn't be it, but okay. Alright, so let me reshare my screen real quick so I can go through the next part of this for you. Alright, so now, let me what we're looking at now is I'm going to show y'all. If you double click your character sheet might come up. It may take a click and then a double click or a triple click, right? Then you can do things, right? I'm going to add y'all to combat real quick. So let me do that real quick. So upper right hand corner of the screen, you'll see a fist, like an angry person, right? I'm going to click that. This is the encounter tracker. I'm going to add the NPCs to combat real quick. Now in the combat tracker, you will see next to your name a big D20. So y'all go ahead, each of you click on that D20 and it will roll your initiative. And then I'm going to make my my rolls to self. Alright, so did y'all see my rolls for initiative? No? Good. Alright, so my monsters have now initialized. And we're going to start combat. And I'm going to hit begin combat. And I believe I have, let me check my modules real quick. Manage my modules. I do have that as enabled. Let me go configure. And I'm going to go module settings. And then I'm going to scroll down to combat ready, intern dialogue, volume, crank that up a little bit, and save changes. Now, when I start combat, you'll see something that tells you you're up next. And at the bottom of the screen, you're going to see something that tells you the duration. It's not a big deal, it's just kind of a friendly thing, right? So a goblin of mine goes first, which you can't see. So I'm going to mouse over him, and I'm going to move him. Now, when I move my goblin, I'm going to make him visible, so y'all can see the one I'm working with. Okay. This goblin is now visible. And I'm going to move him. What I want to do, though, is I want to move him his speed. So his speed's 30, right? I'm going to point to him, click him, then let go of my mouse. So I'm not holding my mouse. I'm going to hold my control key down, and I'm going to drag northward. You notice what it does? It gives me a little rangefinder. I'm going to let go of my mouse, and then click it again, and I'm going to go over 5 feet, let go of my mouse, and I'm continually holding my control key down. Click again, move up, and I've now moved 30 feet. I let go of my mouse and my keyboard, and I hit my space bar, and he moves. Do y'all see how that worked? A little tricky. You'd be surprised. I've got one player who just cannot get that down. It's okay. The other thing you can do, and I'll move him back and I'll show you, is you can do this. You click on him, use the arrow keys. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And you can just use your arrow keys on your keyboard and just count out loud your movement. Got it? Just as simple. Now the goblin, he has sight, he has vision. He can see y'all, but if I'm not sure, on the left-hand side of the screen, where this head is over here, do y'all see that little head? You'll see a little square for selection, a little triangular, a little circular thing for targeting, and then a ruler. I'm going to click the ruler, and I'm going to click on my goblet and drag all the way over. And I can see that Blix, I think, is 40 feet away. I let go, not a problem. I'm going to go back up here and click on the little brackets to go back to regular mode. I'm going to double click my goblin now, and he's going to attack. So he's going to use a short bow as his ranged attack. I'm going to click it. Nothing happened. Well, I got to go to chat. And this is the one thing I wish it would do. As soon as I click the attack, I wish it would toggle over to chat. Also, you notice at the bottom of my screen, the little timer is going along. you start hearing a noise. Click, click, click. Let me know, hey, you've gone almost 3 minutes now. I'm going to go to chat. And I'm going to attack with my short bow. He doesn't have any advantage or anything. This is a straight attack. I hit normal. I rolled a 6. No, I'm attacking Blix. And I'm going to say, Blix, what's your armor class? It's a 14. And you say, you missed. I go, okay, I missed. But let's assume I hit, right? I'm going to hit damage. No bonuses. I'm going to hit normal. I rolled 8 damage, right? So I'm going to click on your token. I'm going to click on your token. I'm going to right-click the damage. And I'm going to apply damage. Now, this is important for you because if somebody heals you, you can right-click the heal number and apply healing, apply double damage, apply half damage, and so forth and so on. So I'm going to hit apply damage. And now, when I mouse over Blix, you'll see 2 of 10 health, right? But I can also go to the character sheets. And I can open up Blix here, and I'll see 2 of 10. I can also double click on Blix. 2 of 10. Now let's suppose somebody casts a heal spell. I'm going to click on Blix. I'm going to right click this number, 8, and I'm going to apply healing. And you'll notice you're back up to full. Alright, so that was my turn. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. And now you should see the regular Foundry desktop. Do all of y'all see that? Okay, so person that's up next is Pandora. So you're up. I want you to move your character towards the goblin, however you want to do it. Remember, hit your space bar once you get the last one where you want to go. So remember, control, key, click your token, drag it, let go of your mouse, click again, drag it, let go of your mouse, click again, drag it, let go of your mouse, let go of the control key, then hit your space bar to complete your movement. So I'm going to move you back. Try it one more time. Then let go of everything and hit your space bar. And it executes the move. Cool? Now, double click your character, your token. And when you double click your token, your character sheet will come up. Go to inventory and select an attack. Select your quarterstaff. Click your quarterstaff little die. And then you'll see in chat, attack, damage, versatile. So go ahead and you're not one-on-one, so I'm going to move the goblin right up next to you just to simulate that he had moved up further. So versatile is like double-handed, so click the versatile button in your chat. Now what is that? That's probably damage, right? So actually we want to click the attack button first in chat. Wow. So what did you roll? So click on the 1d20 plus 3 plus 20. It will explode that roll for you and tells you what you rolled, a 19. That's a hit. So click on the versatile word in chat above that. You rolled 6. That's the damage you did. You can explode that, and you'll see that a 1d8. What was your regular damage? I'm going to click that just for the hay of it. That's 1d6. So you did more damage. So the versatile formula looks correct. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to click on the goblin as a game master. I don't think you can do this. You might be able to. I'm going to click the goblin. So he's selected, and I'm going to right-click your number you rolled, and I'm going to apply damage. Now, when I mouse over the goblin, I see he has 1 of 7. So he almost killed me, but not quite. All right? So that's your attack. So who's next up in order? It will be my mage. I'm going to skip over him. And then out Blix, you should see some kind of thing that's on your screen telling you you're coming up next.
Oh.
All right, so I'm going to hit next. So Blix, you're now up. Why don't you move yourself and make an attack on that goblin? And then, do you see an in turn button when you're in your turn? Great.
All right. I'm going to go stabby stab. No, actually, I'm going to go slashy slash with my rapier.
Okay.
$13.
So a 13 versus my goblin? He has an armor class of 15, so that's a miss. I'm sorry. Good try.
Wait, I'm going to disengage as a bonus action and move back to here.
Okay. Now hit your end turn button. It moves to me. My next goblin is up. He is going to move. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's going to double move, so it's another 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Now he'll stay here. All right. And that's his go. So, Nig, you should be seeing a thing telling you're up next. Is that correct? Do you see that? Am I saying your character name right, by the way? You're muted.
I believe it's Nick.
Did I spell it wrong?
No, it's N-I-Q for Nick.
Oh, I said N-I-G.
Yeah. Let's not do the N-I-G.
Well, you know. What is N-I-Q? It looks like a G, though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
All right. N-I-Q. Nick. All right,
Nick.
so I'm going to hit next. And now you're up.
All right.
Any questions?
Oh.
No, I'm just trying to check things out.
Okay.
Warren gets all fancy with the movement. I just click on my token and manually count my move. So.
I like the fact that the screen is showing me next. You are next. I don't know if I am, but that's kind of interesting.
You are.
All right, so if I want to attack the goblin,
So you double click your character token. Then you go to inventory or your abilities or features. And then click on the die. That's usually where the graphic is. Alright, so your great sword attack in chat. Click the attack button. In chat.
yeah, I have a small screen here.
Sorry.
So it's 15,
That's a hit.
and then damage could be 7. Slashing.
I can't hear you, Hexa.
That kills the goblin. So I went and I put a skull on him to indicate that he's dead. Got it? Alright.
And as a reaction,
Uh-huh.
are we playing or are we just kind of goofing around right now?
We're goofing around.
Okay. I have reactions for dead creatures.
Oh. I would like to hear more.
I can make them do things.
Oh, good lord.
Oh, answer. Excited.
So I've paused the game, right? So y'all shouldn't be able to do anything in the UI. So what can you make dead things do?
Depends on which group I can do. Let's see, where's my features? Blah blah blah. So I have a blood curse of the fallen puppet. So I can make it like attack another creature next to it, or do different things like that. For right now, from what I've been reading. But as long as the creature has blood and stuff like that.
So the creature must be living first before you can do that. You can't do it like with like skeletons or anything like that.
Correct. It has to have blood. Yeah, it says when a creature you can see within 30 feet of you drops to 0 hit points, you can use your reaction to give that creature a final act of aggression. The creature immediately makes a single weapon attack against a target of your choice within its attack range, which I'm guessing would be the same with like ranged weapons, right?
You should be able to click on the ability and have it pop up in the chat somehow or another. Maybe.
Yeah, it's not doing anything. Yeah, it's part of my my blood hunter stuff, whatever. Also, whenever I use that, I get hurt too. So.
All right. Cool beans. All right, so that's that. Go ahead and hit end turn or complete turn or whatever that little thing is. And it should move on to the next person. If not, I can do it for you.
Go ahead and do it for me. I'm having an issue right now.
All right. All right, Becky. Raise
All right. Only thing I can do is move. Because that guy's like all the way down there. Yeah, he's like too far away.
30 feet. So let's see here.
It's diagonal 30 feet, but does that mean that thing is like a crystal or a cave object, or is that actually a hole in the ground between me and that goblin?
So I clicked on your token, and you don't see anything blocking your vision, right? So let me show you an example of this, right? I'm going to change the vision orientation of this crystal, and then you'll see what I'm talking about once I complete that, okay? Now I'm going to go back to your character, and I click on your token. And now when I click on your token, do you see that the goblins are in a dark area? You can't see them. You may be able to see the token, but it's shaded, it's darkened, right?
Right.
Right. So that means something's blocking your vision. You can't get an attack on him. But so if you move your token, let's say, now I'm gonna hold on my keyboards for all of y'all to pay attention on real quick. I'm not touching anything right now, right? But I'm gonna hit the X key on my keyboard. Wherever my mouse is, a hand will appear. And so I can move this hand around on the screen. You should all be able to see it, right? So if you moved your token about here, or maybe here, you might be able to see this goblin down here. Now, I can also click off, not on top of, but slightly to the right or the left of a token while holding the X key down and click, and little things will appear. I can also X key and right click, and it should kind of change y'all's view a little bit. So anyway, gotcha. So move yourself to the left, to the right, I'm sorry, about 30 feet or whatever, until you can see the goblin. Try that out.
Wait. I feel like I'm running myself into a wall.
You should be able to see him already by now. Nothing's blocking your view. So
except for Nick.
Nick does not count because he is a player character.
Oh, okay. So
you can
from
see
here,
you can see him. So now, if I double-click your character sheet, I see
well,
you
that was
have.
only 20 feet. If I go over, it would be 30.
But as a wizard, you may not want to go that close.
Oh yeah. I'll stay behind. Yeah, I'll stay behind.
All
I'll
right.
stay behind.
So, looking at your character sheet, you have Mage Hand, Light, Ray of Frost. Light's not going to be very useful.
Oh yeah, the ray of frost sounds so fun to use. So that's why I'm equipping.
You may want to ditch the cantrip Light. That's not going to be very useful for you.
It's not.
No.
I haven't really worked it yet because I didn't know what I was going to be until last minute. So I was like, I'm going to have to practice afterwards. Yeah. I was waiting on other people because I wanted to make sure everybody. Okay, how? Okay, go up.
So on your character sheet, Becky, you're going to be on your spell book. You're going to go to Ray of Frost, and you're going to click on the roll with the dice. When you mouse over the graphic of it's like a little bright bluish graphic, you'll see a D20 up here. It's grayed out, almost black. Click on that D20, and it will appear in chat. And it says Ray of Frost, attack or damage. So click on the attack button.
Now, do I need to point at him?
You do not need to do anything. Okay, you're just gonna do this. Click on normal. It's gonna roll.
I roll.
Now I want you to go ahead and click on the 1d20 plus 2 in the chat. It'll expand it, and you'll see you rolled a 15 plus 4 total, right? Gives you a 19.
Right.
That means you hit. All right.
Right.
Let me check something real quick.
So how do I target for damage, I guess?
Well, so back up in chat, you're gonna click. I say you hit Becky or you hit Raisin. So click on the damage button in chat.
Hold on 1 second. Damage. So just normal, right?
Yep.
Because it wasn't a critical.
Nope.
Go. I got 1.
That's fine.
Hey, at least I tried this cantrip because I haven't been able to. I've never had Ray of Frost before, so that's
check your. So I'm gonna go to Ray of Frost real quick, and what I'm gonna do here, just so you.
I don't know.
1 second,
Yeah, I don't know.
1 second, Becky. I'm gonna share my screen.
Uh-huh.
So I'm gonna go to Ray of Frost. Are you able to see my screen?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go to the edit button. I'm going to go to details, and I'm going to look at this. Cantrip, it's evocation, verbal, sound, spells prepared, action, 1 action cost, target, 1 creature, range, 60 is max, duration, instantaneous, limited uses, resource consumptions, none of that, action type, modifier, 1d8 cold damage, and let's see anything else here. That's it. So this is all little stats on your spell. So you can see that, right? So a frigid beam, blue light, makes a ranged spell attack against target on a hit. It takes 1d8 cold damage. And okay, so you don't get any modifiers for your damage. So I'll come down here to your damage DC, 1d8 cold. That's it.
Right.
I was looking to see if you get as a wizard. I think let me check this real quick here.
Sometimes we get bonuses, but I'm not seeing a bonus on this one because I picked an earth. If I picked a cold, I probably would have gotten a bonus to damage. But yeah,
perhaps. I'm gonna go check your character real quick in D&D Beyond. This is why I'm saying wizards are hard to play. You really need to know them.
Yep.
Maybe she should play a druid instead.
They're even harder, and I don't like druids personally as a DM. Don't push my buttons, Elizabeth.
Playing the warlock pushed his buttons last time. I think wizard is good to stay at the status quo.
We'll see, right? So let me go to your character sheet. No, it's the wrong character.
Yeah. So this is a little different. Yeah, this is a racial class I've never gotten to pick before because it's a new racial class, so I'm really excited about it. Because it actually has, this racial class actually has the 4 elements, and so I picked one of the elements, which is earth. I usually do fire, so
Ray of Frost. It does not look like it applies, but I thought all your spells applied your intelligence modifier to damage.
Did it not? Let me look real quick on my my attributes. Intelligence is 15. It's +2.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it does that. So let me go here real quick.
I
thought it did, but you need to read that about your character and see if your intelligence modifier applies to damage or not. I'll leave that up to you to find out.
Okay, I'll look through everything.
All right, so you rolled a 19. We know that's a hit. You rolled a 1 to hit to damage, right?
Yeah.
So just so you can see what I do as a game master. So I say, yes, you hit. I'm going to click on the goblin, and then I'm going to right-click your damage. I'm going to hit apply damage. I do the damage applications and stuff. You don't, okay? All right.
Cool with that.
So now you're done. Now, somewhere on your screen, on your UI, you're going to see end turn or complete turn or whatever. Do you see that?
I already did it.
All right. So that moves on to the next person.
Good game, good game.
And this thing moves out right here, and one more. It's a fungus that moves into the group, and then it's going to do a rotting touch attack. This fungus lunges out with a decaying branch towards the group. It attacks with a so you see what this weird, like, mushroom-like creature kind of come out towards y'all. And what I often do, and I'll show you this, I'll take a screenshot of what I'm currently doing, and I will send it in chat. So now I'll say, go to Discord, and go to the Wildermount chat, and look in there, and you'll see a picture of the creature you're attacking. Is everybody able to see that? Good. So I do that quite a bit. I use the Discord as a way to show y'all pictures because there's not an easy way to do that, unfortunately, in this tool. So he made an attack, and now I'm going to say, okay, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 of y'all, right? And I'm going to pick one of you. I'm going to say, Chris, I want you to roll a 1d4. So in the chat box, you'll see something that it says, but before you roll, right, I'm going to say, I want you to make it a blind roll. So you'll see it says public roll. You hit the down arrow, you'll see private, GM roll, blind roll, and self. Select blind roll, and then roll a d4. And so you'll see some dice at the bottom of the screen, by the way, right? So for all of y'all, I'm going to take a quick screenshot here just so y'all can see this. And back in Discord, I'm going to do a paste of this graphic. And what you'll see in this graphic in Discord is you'll see at the bottom here, you see a triangle, a square, and other icons. Those represent dice. You can add or subtract modifiers by clicking on the plus or minus symbol, advantage or disadvantage, and roll. So after you configure your die roll, let's say I'm going to do a d20 plus 2, and I have advantage. So what you'll see now on my screen, I'm going to copy this and send this to y'all. So back in Discord, you'll see what it's done. It's built a formula for me. /R 2d20, keep highest plus 2. I'm going to hit the roll button, and I rolled 22. Just as an example, right? So Chris, you rolled a 1 earlier. So I did from the bottom, which would be, who is this? This is Nick. So the fungi attacked Nick. So I'm going to do a rotting touch attack against Nick. It does not have advantage. I'm going to hit roll. Oh my god, I rolled a fumbled. A -1. I rolled a 1, and of course it has some negatives. You can't ever go below a 1 though, so it missed Nick. So the fungi missed. Alright? Then I'm going to end my turn. And we go back to the top of the initiative order. Well, that goblin's dead, so Pandora, you're up. Do what?
I'm seeing game paused.
Yes, it is. How's that? So, Pandora, you're up. What do you want to do?
I would like to use my cat's claws. How do I do that? Hey, look. Hex, I can't hear you.
I was muted.
You were muted.
I was muted. Hey, Elizabeth.
There's a burger
He
for
says hi.
All right.
Does Pandora know that her character is showing 09 for health?
Why is it doing that?
Because I hit you earlier. I fixed it. You're good to go. All right, so what are you wanting to do, Pandora? You're wanting to do what? A claw attack?
Might have been the reason why.
Yeah, I want to use my cat claws.
All right.
Scratching.
So let's go features, paladin, feline agility, cat claws. So if you go to features on your character sheet, passive abilities, cat claws. So if you click on the little dice, it appear in chat, but I don't see it actually giving you. So you'll need to create an attack in the thing. Let's check here if it has that option. Details. Yeah, so I'm going to share my screen real quick, okay? Give me a second.
Okay.
All right. Do you see my screen?
Yes.
So this is kind of what I was talking about earlier, where you'll need to come in and modify. Or you use Beyond 20 if you want. So here's your cat claw. If I click this, I can see you're supposed to do 1d20, 1d4 plus your strength. Right? So I'm going to hit the little gear button here. Details. It's an action type. This is a melee attack, I believe. Ability modifier is strength, it said. Attack roll bonus, non-damage formula. I'm going to add, it's 1d4.
Strength.
And I think it's at plus
3.
At MOD, I think. Right? And I think that's it. If I hit close now, and then I hit cat claw again, I hit attack. So it's your mod, your pro, and all that. Boom. Let's see if I got it right. So 1d20 plus 3 plus 2, because you are, I presume you're proficient in this. I don't know. You can double check that. So plus 3 is that your strength modifier. Plus 2 is your proficiency. You attacked with a 15, right? Damage was 1d4. At mod and bonus, you don't have any of that, so I hit normal. So that's your strength plus 3. You did 5 damage with your claw. So why don't you try that out? Here, let me clear the chat out real quick. Get rid of all the noise. So why don't you try that now? Make a cat claw attack. So y'all saw what I had to do, right? I went to details of the attack of the feature, and I added the melee type. And I'll walk you through any of those. But you need to be aware of this kind of stuff. A 14 hits. Roll for damage. You did 4 damage. So I'm going to click on my little moldy fungi here. I'm going to right click 4 and hit apply damage. So you've damaged him for 4 points of damage. Congratulations. Great hit, Chris. Any questions? No? Alright, so let's do the next person. We're going to do this a couple of rounds here to get everybody used to this. I have a goblin who's up to attack. Where is he? Oh, I ended combat by accident. My bad. And there's no way to recover it when I make that kind of mistake. It really sucks. Go ahead and re-roll initiative. So go to combat tracker and just re-roll.
Okay, you have to reset the map again.
No, just reset the initiatives. Alright, everybody's rolled again. So, let me go to where I was. He's dead. A goblin wizard moves in from the background. He's going to do magic missile. I'm going to try something real quick here. I don't think they've fixed this yet. So the target feature does not work in this system, but I'll try it anyway. Maybe they fixed it if I'm lucky. Alright, so I'm going to target you, and I'm going to cast magic missile. Cast it at first level, 3 slots, blah blah blah. Cast. We know it hits, so I'm going to apply to Nick damage of the magic missile. 8 points of damage. Alright, Nick, so you should have seen your hit points go down. Did they go down? Doesn't look like they did, does it? Oh, I damaged my goblin by accident. Yeah, they didn't fix the target thing, so that doesn't work for some weird reason. Alright, so I've applied damage to you. Alright. We'll go back around the top. Blix, you're up. I'm kind of skipping around combat order here just to let y'all try stuff. What do you want to do, Blix? You're muted.
Since I'm flanking the fungus, I guess I'm going to sneak attack.
Awesome. So that means you have advantage. So when you do your sneak attack, and you make sure that the formula for your sneak attack is in your weapon. That's the other formula. You want to share your screen? And we can confirm it?
Oh, yeah, I put it in as versatile, not...
oh, you're good to go then.
Same thing. So, where's my screen share? Here we go.
Popcorn. I hate corn kernels. Alright.
Alright.
Alright, I see your screen.
Oh, and I'm rolling at advantage.
Mm-hmm.
So, hit. And it's sneak attack damage, so...
So let's confirm that. So we click the buttons in the chat box to expand it. So it's, you roll the 2 plus a 1d6 of 5 gives you 10 plus your 3. Yeah, there you go. Awesome. And so now I'm going to click on the fungi. Are you able to right click on the damage and hit apply damage? Right click on the 10 in chat.
No. Oh.
Yeah, you could. So, well, you have yourself selected. Click on the fungus real quick.
Okay, let's see.
So right click apply damage. Nope. You keep.
It deselected. Hang on.
Okay, so you might not be able to.
He actually hit the target button and then selected it and then hit the damage button.
I don't think that works.
I know I have it targeted on my screen, my personal screen.
All right. So anyway, you'll put the damage on for me?
I will, yes. So I'll right click the fungi and I'll hit apply damage. And I've applied the damage to him.
Is he still alive?
Yes. Yes, he is.
I'm going to bonus action disengage.
All right.
And I'm going to pull back behind the wizard.
Okay. So in the upper part of your screen, you'll see in turn. Click that. ends your turn. The next person's up. That's a goblin. That goblin is dead, so I'm going to remove him from combat. Remove. And then I go next. Pandora, you're up. Louie, get out of the kitchen. Bad dog. You've got a crit. Oh my god. Awesome. What a great situation. So, you're using it as a versatile to presume. So click on versatile. Right? And then you'll see critical hit. And you're going to click that button to apply damage. 14 points of damage. Yeah. To the fungi. So I'm going to select the fungi and I'm going to apply damage. And remember, you may want to occasionally click on and expand the die roll so you make sure it's calculated correctly. Alright?
Is it dead?
Yes, it's dead. But guess what? It has the Game Master power to resurrect itself. So it's not actually dead. It's still alive. Because it's a great thing to fight here. Alright, so complete your turn. I think you already did. So my goblin's up. Where's this one here, right? This goblin's going to spin around, and he's going to charge forward, and he's going to attack the wizard, because he knows wizards are bad news. He does a scimitar attack on the wizard. There's a normal attack. Oh wait, no, they get a special attack because when they have opponents that are considered friendly, so they get advantage. So he's going to roll an advantage attack. He gets a 16 versus the wizard's armor class, which I think is an 11. That means he hits. I'm going to go damage with the scimitar. So normal damage, though. He applies 4 points of damage to the wizard, right? So, Becky, if you watch your health now, you'll see it drop by 4. Did you see that? If you double-click your character or mouse over your token, you'll see that it applies 4 damage. Alright.
Yeah, I saw that.
Cool beans. Cool beans. I'm going to end my turn. And now it's Razon's go. Or Razon. Razon. What do you do?
That's easy. So, I gotta take care of the thing in front of me now. I'm gonna target... what can I do that close? Shit. Well, let's see what I... yeah.
Let's not worry about
No,
being close enough. I want you to actually use your Burning Hand spell real quick. I mean, your
that's what I was going to do because
your magic missile spell. I want you to use your magic missile.
The magic missile's actually fine, but I can't cast it that close, can I?
I'm not worried about that. I want you to go ahead and cast it.
Okay, so I set up did it show up? Damn it. Let me try that again. Close. Oh yeah, make sure you don't hit on your spells more than once because it actually it will just keep popping up. Okay, so I'm gonna attack. Normal.
You don't actually roll magic missiles to hit because they just do damage.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
That's fine. You apply 5 points of damage to it, right?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to apply... He has 1 hit point left. Now, you use the spell, right?
Right.
So we need to look on your character sheet. Like I said, I don't play wizards in this game. And see what you've consumed. So first level spells, you cast a spell. So you'll see there's a little bar that says first level. And then it has 1/2. So you've consumed 1 of them, of your 2 first level spells. But I want you to go ahead and cast Burning Hands now. So go ahead and cast Burning Hands. Let's see if it puts a 2/2. So now you're down to 0. Do you see how it changed from first level 0/2?
Okay, I'm trying to figure out where you are seeing that.
I'm on your character sheet here. I'm going to share my screen real quick with you. So
yeah, because I'm not seeing that.
That's fine. That's why we're doing this tedious process so we can all learn it. All right. So, do you see my screen?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, you see a little area I'm flashing here?
Gotcha.
So that's the spells you have. You started out with 2 right there. Then you cast Magic Missile. It went down to 1/2. And then you did Burning Hands. And now it's that. But I want you to notice it says Save DC Dexterity 11. So I'm going to click on my Goblin. Right? And by the way, Burning Hands has a, and I'll show this to you. I'm going to cast Burning Hands again. Yes, I know. Notice on my map, when I move my mouse around now, it shows a template of the spell. Do you see that? Did I move it around?
I gotta see. I can't remember. I haven't done this one in a while, but does it get friendlies? Shit. Or is it just creature?
It gets everybody in the cone. So do you see this cone right here? So
Yeah.
so I'm going to put it on right in front of your character, and I can move it around, as you can see. That just lets you know where the spell goes, right? I'm going to click, and you'll see it applies the cone, and it shows you the areas. So this is the one I want right here, where the goblin is. I'm going to stop sharing. So my goblin's going to take a saving throw to see if he takes half damage, right? So I'm going to click the goblin. I'm going to hit Save DC. He rolls a 10. He fails, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to take damage. So click on the damage button.
There you go.
Damage normal.
It did not pop up in my screen when I clicked him.
In chat, click on the damage button.
I did. I'm in chat, and when I clicked on damage, it just grayed out. I don't have an extra window that popped up. Shoot.
Scroll up in chat to where the first instant of Burning Hand is. Try that.
Well, mine does say save DC 11 dexterity, so I should do the save first, right?
No, just do damage.
Yeah, let me do it. Let me go further. Hold on. It's not doing it.
Share your screen, please.
Hold on. See it? So, let me move this over.
Not yet, Becky. It's still loading.
Okay.
All I see is a blank screen. There we go.
Yeah. So you see where this is the first one and this is the second one, and they both show grayed out.
Oh, okay. Hit Save DC real quick.
Oh yeah. Okay. Let me do. There we go. And just do normal.
Hit Save DC again. Hit Save DC again. I'm trying to get you above 11.
I know. I'm just like, what the hell, man?
In the situational modifier, if you'll hit a +10 in there, just type +10 situational bonus. Put +10. All right. Now, does the damage option come available?
No, it's still grayed out.
1 second.
Yeah.
Go back to your character sheet.
Gotcha. Hold on 1 second. I gotta get around the chat. Okay.
Cast Burning Hands again.
It shows I have 0 slots, that's why.
Hit cast.
Hold on. Let me at least put one in my bank. It might be a problem. Okay, let me try doing this again. There we go. Cast. Go back. There we go. Should I try for a saving DC dexterity or damage?
Click on damage, please. Normal.
There it goes.
All right.
Because I didn't have anything left in my bank, I have to make sure that that's good, because apparently you can't cast without it.
All right. So that's how that all works, okay? Nick, is there anything you want to try?
I'm gonna stop sharing.
Yeah.
Yes. I had a quick question. Y'all were talking about earlier, and I was seeing on your screens how you could like do necks and stuff like that. Mine's not showing up there. If that makes sense.
Share your screen.
Where's the share the screen?
So you want to expand zoom so it's bigger.
Okay.
In the bottom of the screen, you'll see it says share screen.
Share screen, yes.
I need to find a quieter snack food so it doesn't crunch as much.
Alright, can you see?
Yes. So what was your question? Alright, so let me do something real quick. I'm going to go back. And I'm going to advance it once. It's not even telling you you're up next, is it?
I can see like the highlighted for the one before me, and then it'll pop down to me. So I can watch it that way. But it's not notifying me or anything.
But it should be. I wonder why. Go up to your address bar and 1 second. And I want you to refresh, reload your browser. So just hit the refresh button. Just stay on chat for now. So click on the chat bubbles, Nick.
Yeah. Second.
Hit, yeah, close. And what's this player thing here? Player color. Nick. Okay. Save configuration. Alright. So on the chat, stay on the chat bubbles. We'll see if it makes a difference or not. Yeah, it's not giving you anything. Okay. Huh. Weird. That's okay.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
But
I can just watch.
It should be. But it's not. Alright.
Alright. So we still have the fungus is still alive, and the wizard down here, and the goblin, right?
Yep.
Alright. You said the fungus like came back?
You can stop sharing your screen now if you want.
Yes.
Although I may have stopped it myself. But okay, yeah.
Is the goblin at 1 hit point, or is the goblin...
The goblin below you is 1 hit point. So, Nick, just for the hey of it, hold the X button down on your keyboard. So a hand appeared, right? Now I want you to hold the X button down on your keyboard and then right click wherever you have your mouse. No, it doesn't do anything. Let me try it. Does it zoom y'all into that location?
Yeah.
Alright. Anyway, so there you go. Go ahead and
That's cool.
if you want to make an attack, you can.
Yeah. Well, I can't move because I'll take an opportunity attack from each of these creatures to take advantage since our goblin moved out of the way. So I guess I will just attack at normal.
Alright.
And I'm going to attack the... I'm going to attack the fungus.
Alright.
Use greatsword. And it's just a normal attack. And it's going to be 8.
Uh-huh.
That hits. Does that hit?
1 second.
Oh.
Alright, so let's see here. 8 is a miss.
Alright.
Alright, so you're done, and I'll move to the next person.
Okay.
Alright, guys, so that's kind of how things work in the tool. Do we need to go another few rounds for y'all to practice, or do you think you have it?
I think I got it.
Got it, Chris? Elizabeth? Becky, I can't see you.
Besides doing just tweaks to the character to make sure it works right, yeah, I'm good.
Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to share my screen with y'all. And we're taking a look at a character, right? So let me go over here, and we're going to jump down to Nick. And while that's loading, I'm going to go here. And I'm going to go Sources. And I'm going to go blah, blah, blah. Come on. And what I want to show you here, and this is really kind of for y'all to have fun with, right? So this is a background under the Wilder Mount tool. It talks about your backgrounds for your character and what they are. You have the grinner, things of that sort, right? You went too far, it looks like. Heroic Chronicles. Okay, so this is a system that allows you and the Dungeon Master to work together to build a compelling story for your character, right? It helps you determine your homeland for your character, your background, things of that sort, right? So we're currently working on who? We're currently working... Move this out of the way. We're currently working on Nick, right? For example. So... what I want you to do, just for the fun of it, Nick, is I want you to go ahead and you're going to roll a 1d100, right? So back over here in this tool, let me stop the combat. There's no need to have it going anymore. If you'll roll in Foundry a 1d100, so that's that double aught little in the lower right hand corner in the chat box. You rolled a 29. So according to this, you're from the Marrow Valley. So, I'll show you something else, just so you know. Alright, Explorer's Guide. Marrow Valley. This is the area you're from, right here. And I told y'all the starting town is going to be Felderwin, right here. Do y'all see that? That's the starting town. So this is the valley you're from. This is part of the Dwalian Empire. It's a really large area. So that's that area there, right? So that tells you, for example, what region you're from. Background, in addition to granting your items, gold, proficiency, your background gives you a sense of belonging to the world. You can roll in the background table to randomly determine your character's background, or you can choose. This table includes new backgrounds and adapted from the EGW as well as the player's handbook. Okay, so you can look here and decide if you want to pick any of these, and it's up to you. Acolyte Luxborn, right? So I'm going to open that up. I'll right-click in it and open a new tab. And so you'll see here, this has different stuff. Gives you some proficiencies. So you may want to look at these. And these are important because when you're creating your character, you don't want to create a character where you select insight and religion, and then it gives you in your background insight and religion. You're wasting stuff. So don't double pick by accident. All right. What else? That's background. So you can scroll down some more. Your social status. And it kind of works through all this stuff. So what you want to do is, as players, you want to work through this and build out, if you want this, to add some depth to your character. And you just kind of make your way through it, and where you came from, your Marrow Valley cell. This tells you what town you're from. All of you. Home settlement. Once you determine your nation in an appropriate table, blah, blah, this is where you came from. But remember, you've all have ended up in this town, and you've been there in the Marrow Valley, in this town for a while, Felderin right here, okay? So you've been there for a while. Just don't forget that, because it's important to your backstory at the starting of the campaign. At least a year. And you've had time to build associations, friends, and people you like. And we can work on that outside of the remote session. All right, what else? So I kind of want y'all all to work through these and just kind of figure them out as you figure it out. Race, you've already have that. Your family size. This is what I think is really interesting. This kind of information here. You have your family size city, town, village. Number of siblings, powerful relationships. This is important for you in your backstory. So you're going to generate all these things. You can make notes about it in WordPad or whatever. Ally relationships is important. Rivalry relationships, secret identities possibly. Ally and rival identities. So this is cool stuff, and it'll really help you pan out your character. Okay. Any questions on this?
If we've already picked a bunch of this stuff, do we have to roll for it to go through it, or can we go ahead and pick like what we want?
You can pick what you want,
okay.
But or you can roll.
Okay.
Favorite foods, things on and so forth, right? It's kind of work your way through it. Prophecy. This is kind of cool stuff here. So prophecy, if it was your character's future, write down 3 aspirations or goals you have for your character, and at which point achieve where you want to achieve these goals. The prophecy goal has 2 parts. First, the goal that your character wants to attain. Second is the sense of what complication might ensure once the goal is met, for good or ill. Once your prophecy goal should be immediate, blah, 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 and so on and so forth. Make your way through this list here. And these are the new backgrounds that you could pick for those particular backgrounds. And so it goes to the new backgrounds here, and which you don't all need to concern yourselves with unless you picked one of those backgrounds. And that's it. Got it? So kind of just go through those tables, pick what you want, or roll just for the fun of it, and then note those down somewhere, and then we'll pick back up on that via chat and kind of figure that out and fill in the little details for you, okay? Any questions?
Sounds good. Sounds simple.
All right. So y'all's homework is to do that part and to look over your character sheets. And every day, if you want me to, I have to launch the server for you. You can't get access it unless I'm running the server. So just let me know when you're ready to look at your character, and I'll launch the server, and you can get access to it. I'm going to leave it running tonight if any of y'all plan to be on it. Do any of y'all plan to look at it? Otherwise, I'm going to kill the server one way or the other.
No, but I'll go ahead and IM you when I'm ready. It'll probably be during the day.
Well, I'll
Say most of my stuff is pretty standard. I don't have a lot of things I need to modify or update other than background type stuff, so I don't need access.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
All right. So I'll leave it up for a few hours before I go to bed tonight. Or 30 minutes, actually. I tend to go to bed around 9-ish. And so I'll leave it for a little bit, and y'all can take a look at it, and then it'll go shut down, okay? Don't forget to check, before the next game, you want to check your special abilities, like claw attack, make sure that's configured correctly, and just things like that. That's it.
Yeah, most mine's going to be configuration because you had some of the attributes for the spell books, spell casting are not correct. So yeah, that'll have to go back through.
Yeah, and like I said, you need to check on your character sheet and make sure on your character wizard, do you get proficiency and do you get intelligence or wisdom modifiers to your damage on those spells and attack bonuses. Okay?
That will actually change if we do our backgrounds too.
Normally, the backgrounds usually don't affect that because that's your spell casting ability plus proficiency plus any mods. So it's like, plus 10 plus 2 because of your intelligence modifier, things of that sort.
Gotcha.
It's your spell casting DC basically. All right. Well, y'all have a good evening, and thank y'all for toughing it out for this session. Thank y'all.
Okay, thanks.
Bye.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Night.
All right, that's it.